Welcome to episode 2 of the Ultimate Doom Eternal Ultra Nightmare Guide. In today's episode, we're going to be covering Exultia. Before we dive into the level, let's check out the progression map. In this level, we're going to come across 2 sentinel crystals, 1 rune, and 8 main encounters. There will also be 2 optional secret encounters and an optional slayer gate. If you don't feel confident in your ability to complete these, you can feel free to skip them, but we'll go over how to beat those as well. Before we hop into the portal, we're going to go ahead and pick up the flame belch and grab our first sentinel crystal. Naturally, in an Ultra Nightmare run, health is going to be our main priority. For now, it doesn't really matter which health upgrade you go with, just grab any one and take the portal. Heading into the first encounter, there will be a small wave of fodder demons we have to take out before a Caco demon spawns in. As soon as he comes up, hit him with a sticky bomb and finish him off with a glory kill. Kill the rest of the fodder to open up the gate, where we will face our first Hell Knight. A round of full auto, followed by some sticky bombs, will get the job done. As we make our way to the first rune, we can grab some ammo and pick up the blood punch. For our first rune, air control is an absolute must. The ability to strafe mid-air makes this an even harder target to hit. It also allows for some cheeky monkey bar tactics we'll use to beat this next encounter. In this arena, all we have to do is stall on this monkey bar while we rain down sticky bombs from above. By taking advantage of the AI's struggles with hitting airborne targets, we can clear out this arena for free. Go ahead and swing up to this mega health if you happen to take any damage. Coming into Arena 3, clear out these fodder demons and eliminate the Caco with a sticky bomb. We can expect 3 more Cacos to spawn in one at a time, alongside some soldiers and imps. Feel free to use a chainsaw pip here. We can refuel it with the fuel pickup that spawns in this arena. Once all 3 Cacos go down, we'll have to deal with 1 more Arachnotron before the encounter ends. Lob a stick at the turret, roll out a frag, throw in a blood punch while he's faltered, and we can finish him off with a combat shotgun. Eliminate the remaining fodder, and grab some ammo before moving on. You can go ahead and run past these zombies here. Once you're in here, you can grab the armor pickup on the right. Don't worry about getting crushed by the giant fidget spinner in the middle, it won't count as a death. Punch the box, smash all 3 chains, and unlock the dash. After speaking with King Novik, we're going to come back to Arena 3. Here we're going to use the high ground to avoid the electrified floor as we fight this Hell Knight. Despite the Hell Knight spawning first, as soon as this Caco spawns in, we're going to immediately direct our attention to him, because they're a lot harder to avoid. Here we missed the glory kill on the Hell Knight, but we let it slide. Forcing last second glory kills will almost always end up with you missing the window, leaving you in a bad position. Before we move on to the next arena, we're going to attempt our first secret encounter. It's important to remember that for Ultra Nightmare, these encounters are not mandatory, but the extra weapon points you get from them will help you become a demon killing machine a lot quicker. As soon as we trigger the encounter, 2 Cacos are going to spawn in. Jump off the map to respawn at the start, and feed each Caco a sticky to instantly beat the encounter. This secret was pretty easy, but we can expect them to get harder as we progress through the campaign, so only engage with them if you are confident in your ability to complete them. As we enter the 5th arena, we finally unlock the plasma rifle and are introduced to our first revenant. Pop the explosive barrel, break the weak point, hit him with a sticky, and another PB shot will stagger him. Two rounds of PB sticky and a frag should be enough to glory kill this Hell Knight. Feed the Catgo a sticky and clean up the rest of the fodder demons. On our way to Exultia's first mod bot, we can skip this purple goo with some well-timed dashes. I recommend practicing this in an old save file before you bring it into your Ultra Nightmare run. Here, we're going to go with the Heat Blast. The Microwave Beam has its strengths, but in the early game, the Heat Blast is going to give us the firepower that we're looking for. If you want to cancel the pickup animation here, switch to another weapon before you hit your pickup input. Insert the Argent Energy Cell to break open the wall. Refill on ammo, and activate all 4 pressure plates to open the gate. Heading into Arena 6, we can take out these demons before we drop down into their effective range. After we've cleaned them up, we can drop down to initiate the encounter and use our charged Heat Blast plus some stickies to eliminate the Hell Knight. Sticky the Caco and grab some ammo. A PB to the turret, some stickies, a blood punch, and a frag will set this Arachnotron up for a glory kill. All that's up is one more Arachnotron and a couple imps and gargoyles. At this point, we should have enough weapon points to fully upgrade one of our mods. Here, I max out the sticky bombs and get straight to grinding the mastery. The additional 2 sticky bombs we get from the 5-spot mastery will prove to be very useful in later levels. In my experience, canceling this pickup animation usually prevents the Caco from spawning here. Here we can find the second secret encounter. Because of the explosive barrels, this one can be a bit risky if you aren't careful. Use the barrels to your advantage and get rid of the rest of the lost souls. The next encounter is split into 2 small parts. Before we get here though, we have to go through some tentacles first. First things first, sticky bomb the Caco. Here I also throw in a nade to get rid of some fodder while the Caco is staggered. Kill the rest of the fodder to destroy the demonic barrier. With all the purple goo, you're at the complete mercy of the Arachnotron that spawns here, so I like to save my chainsaw just for him. You can also make use of glory kill and chainsaw animations to reach out to demons and quickly cover ground in the purple goo. Punch the cube 3 times for good luck, and make your way to the next sentinel crystal. Pre-fire a sticky for this tentacle, and punch the crystal 3 times. Like with the first crystal, we're going to prioritize the health upgrades. Doubling down on a crystal for the special perks is useful, but right now we're more worried about staying alive. Here you can get rid of the Arachnotron turret before he can even fight you. Throw in some stickies from a distance, and we could charge up a surprise for him as we traverse the falling platforms. If you plan on doing the Slayer Gate, climb on these rocks, and dash towards the opening in the cave to get the key. Like the secret encounters, these are totally optional. The extra points are worth it, but only if you're certain you could do the Slayer Gate without dying. first, the arena is going to be flooded with a massive wave of fodder demons. Just keep moving to avoid their projectiles, and use your sticky bombs to get rid of them quickly. Eventually, 4 revenants and 2 dread knights will spawn in. Make sure you're using your full arsenal, frags included, and you'll be fine. It won't be necessary to do all 6 Slayer Gates for our Ultra Nightmare run, since we only need enough weapon points to max out a couple weapon mods. If you were wondering if the Unmaker is something worth pursuing in a UN run, it isn't. The BFG outclasses it, so it isn't worth the risk of doing all 6 Slayer Gates. Make your way through these falling platforms and flaming chains, and we'll have finally reached the last arena. Head over to the quad damage pickup on the left and start blasting heavy demons with the plasma rifle. Per usual, we're going to sticky the Kako for a glory kill. Here you can disarm the Arachnotron's turret with a sticky bomb to make progress towards the mastery. Grab some ammo, and you can come back to the Arachnotron. Kill the remaining fodder, and take the portal back to the Fortress of Doom. And that concludes episode 2 of the Ultimate Doom Eternal Ultra Nightmare Guide. Congratulations on beating Exultia on Ultra Nightmare. Stay tuned for part 3 where we cover Cultist Base and drop your best tips for UN in the comments below. Leave any suggestions for things we can implement to improve the quality of this series, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Rip and tear.